Hello, beautiful sister. Happy to meet you again this evening. And today's topic is about pregnancy, not being able to get pregnant, about the reasons. And this topic is quite painful for women who are dating dating and still waiting and doing a lot to conceive. And I know you if you are going through this. I know if your closed one, sisters, women around you are going through this, and if you are here for them to help too. So this topic might be, if you are going, it might be valuable if you are going through this yourself, or you are taking care of your sister or your client's woman in such situations. My story and my purpose of life opened in this painful situation for myself, and I started my conscious journey. Then I got the message that I cannot conceive. I couldn't conceive for 7 years, and at the beginning, of course, like all of women, I went to doctors to see how it works inside of me, and I had, at that time, it was about 6 months. I got different treatments, different researchers, to me, to my husband, and one doctor and second, and they said that there's no physical reasons not to have children in my case. Also, I meet women who go through this with other reasons and other medical reasons. They are there or not. Also, our body reacts and invites us to remember ourselves and to remember what is it, conceiving, giving birth, what is it, and if it becomes painful for us, we want and we couldn't. So it is a message behind it, and gifts, a huge gifts. And of course, when I was going through this at that period of time, the first 2-3 years was completely painful. First half a year was okay, we will research, and then going deeper and deeper, and then it was 2 years, and one lady told me, maybe these 3 years, it was 3 years, these 3 years might be a second from a point of view of a creator from the universe. Yes, I told, yes, it might be. But, I was, at that moment, I was so painful to hear such words. You say no, it might be, but I want now. I am prepared, We prepared the house, we prepared ourselves, we prepared to have family. We made plans then to have kids, and then this time came here, and now is this tick, this moment. Before that, we had to do this or that, and then to live life then both together without kids, and so on and so on. And it didn't happen for me like for my girlfriends. We planned how to conceive, that children will be born in the springtime. I'm living in the northern hemisphere, so in springtime, not to have this winter clothes for little ones at the beginning. So I thought that it would be so easy for me, but I had hidden a big, huge, grand gifts in this situation. And now I can share with you, and now through these years I shared a lot with women who goes through this situation in their lives or their clients' lives, and I see how see the patterns, and I draw for myself a map which areas of life we can look through, and to have access to these reasons. It might be different reasons for every woman, as we are different, yeah. But then we have this roadmap so they intuitively now feel where to go and which path leads us to our prosperity. How are you? Are you prepared for this topic to go deep inside? Are you excited? Please comment, share in comments. If you are now looking or watching later with replay, please participate and comment about you. So for me was the biggest gift. I was awakened. Me and my husband, we transformed our life completely. I found I embodied myself fully in my body, and I am doing now what I am doing. I'm sharing with other women this wisdom in all areas of the feminine embodiment life. Now there is beautiful 3 kids. One we adopted, the second I gave orgasmic birth. My daughter, and the little one I gave birth at home in silence. So I had very different experiences with these kids, and they are huge gifts. Of course, challenges too, as we go now the next part of life, to take care of kids. One part is to get pregnant, to give birth, and to raise them. Also, I'm with my husband 22 years. Myself now I'm 42, and I'm very happy to share with you this knowledge with you. I will start from what it is to conceive and to give birth to children, to new life. What it is. It is, souls coming from the invisible world to the earthly life, and we are the channel to give birth. But at the same time, the experience, father, mother, me and my husband, every peer and woman and man, we also have we can attract the souls, the souls with whom we contracted to meet here in this life, to learn from each other, to give lessons, and so on and so on. And we might experience through our situations like conceiving, giving birth, children raising. Also, we meet these beautiful souls who helps us to elevate and to awaken and to grow in other positions, not only on the kids, but we have this soul which is coming to the earth, and we women and men, we are like this earth, creating the body for the soul to come, and all this in communion is working. And there are 3 elements very important. It is attraction of the soul, this body. They make our bodies the earth, like plant the seed in the earth, it should be healthy, nourished, and prepared for the new life. And we have a flow of life itself. It is this magic what happens. Sometimes we have situations and souls are waiting and they are connecting to their parents and asking to go to visit us, into our families, we are searching the possibilities here, the earthly ones, to match. And at the same time, the flow of life should be there, present in us, me, woman, my man, between us, this relationship. And this flow of life, so free soul attraction, body like earth, and the flow of life. If we then we have the expectation to get pregnant, and it not happening, so we got frustrated. And what is happening when we are getting in this frustration? They are not happy about what is happening in our life. So we are depleting our energy, this flow of life, slowly down by spiral down, and they become more and more empty, without energy, and without this no flow in life. We got stagnant. If we want and we can't, and our body contracts, mind also is not at peace. Why? What I should do? And also we're trying to do when we want to something, and if we want to conceive, so we are going to the doctors, we are finding practices, we're doing one practices, second practices, third practices, and they are waiting for a result. And if we are in this situation, then we are depleting our energy, and for a flow of life. Then if we and also if we lived before disconnected from our bodies, also it doesn't help us to conceive, and all these match. So now I will go step by step through each reason and what you can do if you are going through this, or how to help your system. Yes, to conceive, here we have previous parts: soul, body, and the flow of life. And then we have why we want to get pregnant, why we want to conceive, why we want to give birth to a child, why. And this is a very important question. This is about our motivation. Of course, and I recommend do it. One of the practice, ask ourselves why we want with children. And I remember myself also going through these questions deeper and deeper, and then you got answer yourself. Please go deeper. Please go deeper. What is behind this answer? Because first answers, they will hide some situations. We will go deeper, deeper, and deeper and deeper. And if we find here, we can find very different aspects here of motivations. Sometimes we are afraid to be, some women are afraid to be alone in at the old age. We want to have this vision of a big family with kids, and at this period of time in building these visions, they are very idealistic, I could say. When the children comes into the family, we see what it is. It's it is lots to, of course, it's life happening, and we have to find out difficult situations and different situations in difficult and not difficult, every kind of this. So motivation is very important. Why we are inviting kids, and why now we want. For me, it was we planned. I had sometimes we have a history of our families. My mother was she was 20 when I was born. I was the first kid in the family, and she not finished her university studies, so he raised kids. After me, it was my brother, second brother, and at some point of life, I saw that she is not happy. She didn't finish her studies. She was feeling that she all gave for kids, for family, and not for herself. And I saw this, and I decided that I will have children, and I will finish my studies. Then I rearrange my relationship with my husband. I had lessons from my parents how not to behave and how to behave in different aspects. And we all carry these memories, consciously or subconsciously, how our mothers behaved, what was happening in our family. Maybe grandmothers or in our father's families, it no matter, but sometimes in our space, in our families, we had these examples in a positive or negative way, and we made imprints in us, so we had this vision for us. And then we follow our vision, so sometimes it's not happening. So this is why. So for us, why this time was that it was time. I finished my studies. We had a house. I had some years of a career, and it was best time to have kids. And it didn't happen. And this showed me other levels of life, not only wanting from the mind and what sometimes from the body. If women are it depends also on culture, on where we are living. These beliefs, what age a woman should give birth, and what is the ideal family is, and all these beliefs, they drop into us, and mostly they impact our vision then, and why we have to have kids. And these expectations, they create a tension in our mind and our body. They expect, we do, and our mind works in this masculine way. If we work to do this and to have that, and we have to make a step by step and this step. And in femininity, in fertility, it doesn't work. It's not a linear way. It's like our womb, it's like our earth, it's a circle, it's a spiral, it's a flow, it's a wave. So this is not linear way. So sometimes happens very different things, and women then might conceive. And this is always like the chain of what we do. yeah, it is very important to have to know why, and mostly they are going from our egoistic ego level that we imagine how should be, and it is a work to do to release this, to release and to let go all the. So one of the biggest what we can do is to release. And I'm laughing because I know that when I was in that state, it was not easy. Sorry, it takes a little bit time, a little bit practice, to let go from our expectation and our visions. Also, there is age. I remember also it was like triggered. Then somewhere somebody told, I heard that it is very healthy that women give birth till her 30s. I was 31 then, at that point. So these talks if we are out of a balance, it's like we have no protection, and they go straight to our heart, to our essence, to our energy field, and they what to do, and maybe it's 30 years now I am, and what will happen, or 40, or no matter what number of years they are experiencing. So this comes from our why and expectations. So, and then I recommend to do this in written form, to ask why and to answer, to write down, then answer why I think that it's this, and go deeper and deeper, and we will see that that mostly there's no such a huge pushing whys. The only one why for a spiritual and a spiritual path woman is when they feel the presence of a soul which wants to embody, but at the same time always we souls find the way to the earth, to the world, and if we meant to be to meet, we meet. One of our kids we adopted, so also I heard stories how people meet in different ways. We become aunts, we become these blessing parents, and they give their love. And I can tell you also, while working with women, that at this stage, by clearing why, I have part of women which go through these processes, maybe for healing or personal consultation, or this practice of why. We find that no, I wanted to have kids because my parents wanted. I wanted to have kids and to get pregnant because I'm 28 or 32 and so on, because it is time to have family and to have kids. Or my clock is ticking, I'm 41 and I want to have 42 or other, and to have kids because my time is ticking up. And they found that these reasons, they are not so. It is in mental level, it is difficult to but then we go to the soul level, we understand that it's only, they are surface reasons, they are not from the essence. And yes, I had a client, she told yes, and she didn't had her menstruations for several years. So, and she told, now I'm angry. I understood that I'm angry because I cannot choose to have kids or not to have, because I have no menstruations, ovulation and menstruation at the same time, and that's why I'm trying to tried to find out why we are not having kids. And I wanted to conceive, and I did a lot. And then she realized this, that she only wanted to be the decision maker in this sphere of her life. She was amazed. She was a conscious woman working with, as she is, and working with other women in the field of health and fitness and yoga field. And it was wow, I had this in myself. It was wow. And then she relaxed. Yes, I can help for, and if I will give birth for my kids, I could not create what she is creating now for lots of kids and for lots of adults for their growth. So I heard other stories at this room also with consultations. A woman after womb, healing of womb, blessing, they realize that this was not their, this was only the pressure of a social or inner beliefs. And as we release this, what happens? We relax in their bodies, we relax in their minds, we relax in their emotions, and the life flow come back in their life, and they start creating again their life, because this message that you cannot conceive, it grows a big problem, big tension, big pain, big weight, and they deplete ourselves and women, and then they come back into the flow of life, because we realize that some of them they have no reason why to have kids, and it's so, the life is so beautiful, and they have huge plans and the mission to do here, and now we are in this way, on the way, and we start with a new energy flow to work on the purpose of life. And they are happy, again they are full of love, again they are full of joy, and they attract possibilities. And some of them, they go through life and they share what we share, their gifts, their gold and diamonds with the world. And others got pregnant in that way, because we relaxed in the mission, and got pregnant. Then they didn't expect this. So it is very important to know your why and go deeper and deeper and deeper. And as I told at the beginning, that we have three points to have to conceive. It is soul attract, our body like earth, and the life flow of life. When they are contracted, no flow of life. So when flow of life flows again, it clears all. Also, we can go deeper in our body issues. If we are in that, so sometimes we go through why, and we can clear here and stop here, and to go freely live and enjoy life. Sometimes we go deeper and we have to take care of our bodies. And if we have we are disconnected from our bodies, from our emotions not expressed, when we tell ourselves stories, how it is, yes, I'm not, yes, I know, but it might be my story, yeah, you might tell yourself my story, and but inside there is tensions and not expressed emotions, and they stuck in the body. So it is very important at this phase in your life, if you're going through, to release these emotions. And sometimes we even don't know, but we feel them. And I was writing today for today this post, and I wrote that then this flow of life came back into myself. The first emotions which arises was big anger, anger. It's a lot, and of course, in the spirit, if you are in this situation, there should be emotions. There should be, and there should be expressed from the body, released. It is pain, anger, why it's not so happening, grief. We are grieving this for this time, not having kids, for this kids not born, not conceived, breathing, and sorrow, guilt, but I'm not enough, and all these hard feelings. So so if you are like ice, you are cold, and it seems that there's no emotions there. Yeah, you are so rational. It might be that it is ice, and under this ice, they are all stuck in this ice in our body. So it is important to move your body, to take care of your body, and to release these emotions, and to come back to the body, to feel body, what I feel. My fingertips, they are cold or warm. Yeah, how my toes and feet. Yeah, how my womb. Are there tension in my calves, in the lower belly? Yes, and we might feel, yeah, what is happening in my chest. What about my shoulders, head, jaw? And we check all the body. So what you can do exercise for coming back into your body. So check every part of your body. You can literally set a reminder in your phone, and several times a day you have a reminder, and you stop what you're doing and you check your body, get to come back. Then people are disconnected from the bodies. I was the same, and sometimes now too. So we are somewhere else, not here inside. If we are working mental jobs, or we are searching, they are somewhere there, in the phone, in the computer, in the book, in somewhere, not in our problems, in our beliefs, not in our bodies. So it is very important to come back. So very easy and very short practice to check all the parts. How is my breathing? Am I thirsty, or I'm hungry? If we want to be conceived, we have to take care about ourselves like the earth, nourished ones. So we have healthy food, they have sleep enough, movement, fresh air, nature, all the best for us, and then use to this and continue all the life. long. So to get into connection and to feel our bodies. Also, we can do very simple actions in our daily life. Of course, when we are doing in the computer or some job, we with our phones, we mostly are there. So return ourselves back into the body. Let's take a deep breath in, into your lower belly, into your womb, into your hips, and release. And release from the mouth. Our out breath, we are releasing, we are letting go. Simple letting go, what we are doing every day. So we can let go with intention, with our attention, with the energy on out breath in this period of time. If you go in this, to breathe out everything what is stored in your belly. And it's tensions, stresses, maybe some traumas which needs healing from your family issues or your personal experiences. Or sometimes we have to clear our womb from miscarriages. If we're trying, and these also imprints in our body, in our emotional field, in energy field, we have these difficult situations. Also, as now I'm sharing, I remember that we had two souls coming to us. We even had names for them. And I was then the first boy we adopted and was named. These names we didn't suit it for this kid. No one. The second girl came also not. This was a boy and girl. I thought that this will be a spear. And then I realized, and through the memories of my body, and I worked with my womb, I found the miscarriages I had, but I experienced them unconsciously. One of them I remembered like a big accident with my belly pains, and I didn't thought that this was related to the pregnancy. This was a situation with emergency, but it quickly passed, and we didn't. At that moment, we were no such conscious. So these imprints of our unborn kids also they're stored in our wombs. And in our wombs, in our body's womb, our inner earth. So to take care of the womb and to reconnect. I remember at this time then trying most women I meet in this situation, and me myself at that time was that the womb, it sometimes got this like menstruations, not pregnancy. I don't like it, not a good message for me. And this position doesn't help for our womb and for us to thrive. So our womb is like a friend. It's like a friend, and if we, I want friend, you give me cake, yeah, and I will go to you. But if you will not give me cake, I don't love you. Get out of my life. It's to reconnect. We came here in this world and we were not taught how to take care of ourselves, our bodies, and our secret place. This was only organ to give birth kids. It's like place, channel to give back, and that's it. But it's consciousness itself. It's like inner earth, and these words for me is the best, are the best, and to reconnect with the womb and to take care of her, to nourish her, to talk, to speak with her, to ask questions. If we have such signs like painful periods, huge PMS, other issues in our wombs, and it might be medical ones, with our health related. I invite you to reconnect with your womb, reconnect and to talk with her, and then we find this deep inner conversations, like with an old friend. We apologize, we lots of years didn't hear, we didn't got any message, and now we come back and we have to build trust between ourselves, and to build it, because she is very precious, and then you will gain the trust of your womb. Every sphere of your life will bloom, and it's no matter will you conceive or not, and then you will bloom. You will feel happy how it is their kids or no. You will find the way live in your life. Also, I have here to mention here that of course our beliefs and our living in this patriarchal world, in a mental, disconnects us from body, and all the society most of built to disconnect, not to listen to our bodies. And the second part is, I have to mention here, hormonal treatment. If you experienced hormonal treatment through this or for birth control, before, what they do, they disconnect our energy centers, and we are not, then it's not easy for us to feel the signals of our body, because our centers are switched off, the energy not flows in us. So if you had this birth control with hormonal pills, so we need time for clear our body and to re-establish the flow of the energy in our bodies, to have this quality electricity in ourselves. And this for me helped to find the new way to plan births of kids or delay. It is natural family planning we use with my husband. It's 11 years now. We used this method to not to have kids, to make a space between the second and third, and then we invited the third soul into our family. We used this method to invite it. It might be work in both sides, and it helps to see clearly our health state. We measure temperature, mucus, and the position of the cervix. So we very precisely know every physicality, what is happening inside our body with our fertility. And sometimes it might be very simple reason. If the period after ovulation till the menstruation is too short, it's for example 9 days, it's too short. 12, it's average. But how to know this? to know this, we have to know the time of ovulation. So this method helps me to know when my ovulation is, and then to measure this period of time, because this part from the first day of the cycle till the ovulation we can be different. That's why we have different lengths of cycles. It's 25, 26, 28 days, 29, 32, and we have different days. And if you see that this period is 9 or less days, so we have a sign that in our body there's not enough time for the egg to go through this tube into our womb. It's not enough time, and it is easy to solve. So it's supplements. It's magnesium, and it's I will write. Please write me who wants to know this supplement. I will write the ingredient, because now in my native language in my head. I'll write down for myself to remember. Yes, so body, to be present in our body, to come back into our womb center. Our womb center needs clearing from our experiences, sexual experiences, life experiences, miscarriages and other situations, histories from our families also to have here, to clear our body of all toxicity, if it is from drugs, hormonal pills or food. We can declutter also our body. Time is ticking very fast, so this topic is so huge, and this is I can speak days in this topic, so I will roll up. I want to say 2 or 3 important things today, and if you will have more questions, so please contact me. Also about emotions. Also emotions, yeah, I talked, it's also emotions, to release all emotions, but the stagnant us. The guilt, being not enough, we get stagnant and make tough us. If we are going through anger, it's okay, let's go. It's like fire, will clear all others and to catch others behind, and to let go. But the sequence is to accept what feelings we feel, to go through these uncomfortable feelings, pain, grief, and so on, and then the let go and go into the gratitude. So but this is, we have to release, to express them, to know that they were here to show us, and then let go and to say thank you for showing me my painful places. Thank you for showing me that I have to take care of myself. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you for your universe, for ourselves, for situations, and to write down big, and to flow, to cry out, till this flow of life also flows again. And also we have soul level issues. At the same time. Sometimes I meet women who are to help in this here mentorship. They are spiritual one, conscious one. They live healthy lifestyle. They move body, but nothing happens. Yeah? And then they go and look into the soul contracts, and mostly we found the contracts in our previous lives. If we spent mostly this happening for spiritual women, because now also we are going in a spiritual conscious life, because we had experiences, and we have our knowledge, our qualities, and now we are going into this life. And if we made very strong commitment, oh, happy to see Nadia, commitment to monastery, if we had a celibacy contract, so, and not to have kids and not to have family, where then difficulties in relationships and difficulties getting pregnant, and then we have to look through these contracts. If we were very strong emotionally, spiritually, and this was a long history in ourselves, we cannot go through this. And other spheres, creative women who live in creativity. Sometimes we also have contracts like, not herself to flow the creativity, because she had experiences then creating lives. As you look back in the history of humanity, we had situations when we had separated these parts of our lives, roles. We were priestesses in the temples, or in monasteries. The wise women, or we were creative, we were dancers. But then in this period of time, if we danced and we created performances, we didn't have families, and mostly we were stories of breaking other families. Lots of stories here, and we have found, of course, different for each woman, and we have our own, but this is most common. The contract for celibacy and not having family, and all issues of sexuality, and also at the same time to get pregnant and to have children. Then I invite to look through them and to close them, and as we close, the seer opens this space we fill. Invite to fill with all. We live in this time in the universe, in the earth. Then we might experience all at once. We can be, as I realized for myself, and priestess, and the wife, and the lover for my husband, and the mother for my kids, and the daughter for my parents, and the dancer, and performer, and creator, and so on and so on. So now we can be and, not or, to live spiritual life or family life. No, now we can be spiritual, family life. We can be in a marriage and in a spiritual life too, and to raise kids at the same times. So this is important of notes. And the last one for tonight is also, sometimes all women see that they have completely different mission for this life, not children. And mostly if it is difficult to go from mental analyzing why, then we go into the soul level to see what is the purpose of life or mission. And sometimes she sees that, oh my God, she got a so huge mission to do and to help for so many people or so many kids, but it is twice 1, 2, 3 or 4. It is too little for this life now. So also if she relaxes and lives freely her mission and goes through life with the flow and trust and believing in herself. So it's so huge topic and so important for this world and for women and for me myself. And I wish you find the way, if you are going through this, you or your sisters, to find way to be with in your full totality, in your full energy, in your magnetic, and live your purpose of life. Nourish yourself, be grounded and flowing through your life, taking care of your body, no matter if you will have kids or not, and to flow with the energy of your life. And it is the biggest challenge and biggest reason not having kids and this huge weight because we build this like something big, what we want but we don't get, and it depletes our energy. It's the main reason if to collect all together. Yeah. So thank you for being here. Please comment if it was value for you, and I hope that you will use for yourself or your sisters these things, and please, if you want to go fast track, so you can really contact me and book a free call with me, and we will go deeper into your situation and find a way for you. Blessings, sisters, for you all. Happy to see you here, and have a beautiful evening. See you next week.